Gamers, I spent several minutes of my life trying to get a mending book trade, and I finally got it. Oh, yes, you little mongrel. Now I of course need to buy it, and I don't really have a lot of emeralds, and the best way I know of to get more is to use a Fletcher villager and trade sticks to them. And so that means we need a brand new build to hold those Fletchers, so let's get started. Alright, so after waiting about 20 minutes for the rain to go away, we can finally get started. Okay, so the spot that I want to make this archery range, I'm thinking, is over here. So as you can see, we've got a nice flat area here. I'm probably going to have to extend this little bit of land out a little bit, so I've got some dirt with me to do that. Okay, and there we go. That's looking pretty good to me. Now let's go ahead and add in the layout of all of the pillars. And for this one, I'm thinking of a pretty small kind of building and probably in like a rectangular shape. So I'm going to do something like this. Then for this right side, I only want this to be 1 story tall. So I'm going to raise this up just a little bit, just like that. And then for this left side here, I want this to actually be 2 stories tall. So let's just raise the pillars up again. All right, so there's the finished layout of all of the pillars. Now let's go ahead and add in all of the walls. And so these are all going to be pretty similar to all of the other builds that I've made. We're just going to be using some stone brick on the sides, and then in the center here, we're going to put an upside down stone brick stair block, and then also a spruce fence for the window. Okay, now with all of the walls done, you might be wondering why I've left these 2 blank, and that's because we're going to be adding some fences on this side, and then this side is actually going to be open. And this is going to be like the archery range kind of part, so we're going to be adding in some fences like so. Then on this part right here, we're actually going to be removing these ones that I've placing some spruce logs, and then some spruce stairs on top of those. And this is just for some extra little decorations. We're going to be chucking some item frames on here with some bows inside of those, and it just kind of looks like a little holding rack for the bows. Then on the inside part here, we're going to be clearing out all this crap and then placing a single stripped spruce log right here with a target on top of it. And yeah, now you can see this is pretty much like our archery range section. Now just for a little extra detail in here, I'm just going to add in a bit of coarse dirt to the ground just to make it look like it's been kind of worn in, I guess. And there we go, that looks a lot better. Now with that little bit done, let's move on to the roofs. And for these roofs, I wanted them to each point different directions, and I just feel like that adds a little bit more visual interest to them, and yeah. Okay, and so that's pretty much it for all of the exterior of the build. Now it's time to head on inside and add in the interior, which is of course pretty small. So the first thing of course is to add in our nice stone floor, and then on the right side here, we're going to actually extend this stone floor out a little bit further, and then we're going to add some spruce fences on top of these. Then let's add in a couple of our job site blocks. Let's just place 2 in like that, and then we're going to add in our ladder as well that goes up to the 2nd floor, and then we can just quickly add in our ceiling as well. And yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to put anything up here. It's mainly just for decoration. I don't think villagers can climb ladders anyway, so it's kind of just pointless. And yeah, so now that's pretty much it for the entire archery range. One more thing I wanted to quickly do is just add in an extra fence around here with a fence gate so that when we put our villager in here, he can't really leave. I will of course remove this once we've got our entire fence set up. All right, now with our villager here, we can go ahead and close up the gate and let him out of his minecart here, and he should hopefully run inside and get the Fletcher job thing. Oh no, I just realized he can jump out. Okay, let's quickly do that. I'll fix this up later, don't worry about it. Okay, why isn't this guy getting the job? Come on, man, get in there. Get your job, buddy, please. Yes? Okay, there we go, sweet as. Okay, so this isn't what we want. Okay, we need to pretty much do what I had been doing for ages with the librarians, which is changing his trades. There we go. So now we have 32 sticks for 1 emerald. This is the exact trade that we want. All right, so after chopping down a tree or 2, I quickly want to check how much we get from a full stack of spruce logs. So I'm going to have to go ahead and, of course, craft these into sticks. All right, so now let's just start trading these and see how many emeralds we get from a full stack of logs. Oh, I forgot they have like this trade restock thing. I might actually end up getting another villager in here just so we can have 2 going at once, but also it looks like we get 16 emeralds from a full stack of logs. That means we only really need 2 stacks of logs in order to get a mending book. I'm pretty sure it was 30 emeralds or something like that. Okay, so now we should be able to get our mending book, hopefully. I think it's this guy right here. Yes, it is. So here we go. We're going to chuck in our 34 emeralds. Wait, what? Oh, you're kidding. Of course, I need a book as well. You absolute pain in my ass. Okay, now we're back with a book in hand. Now we should finally be able to get our mending book. So let's chuck everything in, and there we go. Finally, holy crap, we have gotten it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw this onto our diamond axe so we can chop down a whole bunch more trees. And yeah, I'm gonna chop down enough trees for us to get mending on all of our tools so that we never have to worry about them breaking. Actually, I just had an idea. Instead of adding the mending book on, I think I want to enchant this first so that we get a whole bunch of hopefully decent enchantments. So I've got my enchanting main table, I also have 9 bookshelves. I should be able to make a whole bunch more because of our automatic sugarcane farm that's been going this whole time. We should hopefully have at least like a stack or so of sugarcane in the chest here. Okay, we actually have 2 and almost a half stacks. That is pretty decent actually. So now let's go ahead and just craft as many bookshelves as we can. Okay, I'm pretty sure 23 bookshelves should be enough. So let's go back to the library and place that in. Oh, actually, just before we go in there, I wanted to quickly check on how our farms are doing, and holy crap, they have gotten everything planted. That is actually insane. Let's see if we got any spare crops in the back. Jesus. Holy crap. Okay, we are definitely more than good with crops at the moment. So all of these carrots are pretty much going to be going back into villager breeding, and then eventually I'll be making some golden carrots as well, just for my own food, so I don't have to be living off steak anymore. But yeah, now let's head on inside here and place in our enchanting table. This is of course going to go in this corner right here. So let's chuck our enchanting table in and then start placing all of the bookshelves. Okay, and so we actually needed a lot less bookshelves than I thought we did. This is already level 30, and of course I need lapis lazuli. Oh my god. Time to head back to the base, grab some of that, and come all the way back here. Give me some of that lapis lazuli, lapis lazuli, lapis lazuli. Fuck, I'm brain dead. What the f? Okay, now we're back with lapis in hand this time. Let's chuck that in here. Chuck our diamond axe in and see what we get. We got fortune 2. I don't know if that's really useful for an axe, but let's just pray that we get actually like efficiency on here. Okay, that's actually goated. Holy crap. Is that like the best that you can get? Fortune 2, unbreaking 3, efficiency 4. I'm pretty sure efficiency goes up to 5, but Jesus Christ, that is pretty good. So now let's go ahead and chuck our mending book onto this bad boy, and hopefully it doesn't cost too many levels. Oh yeah, and I forgot the enchanting doesn't take all of your levels up anymore. I only lost like 3 levels. I was expecting that to take the full 30. I mean, you can really tell how long it's been since I've played survival like properly. Okay, and now to put mending onto this axe, it is going to cost us, wow, only 2 levels. Okay. I was expecting that to cost a whole lot more. I mean, we got some levels to spare. What should we name our axe? I don't know what Chadwick Axeman is supposed to be, but that's what our axe is now called. Okay, so now you probably have noticed that my durability is only at 17, so that means I'm gonna have to go probably kill some mobs and like quickly swap to this axe and collect the XP so that we can repair it. So it's time to do a little bit of nighttime slaying with the boys. And by the boys, I mean myself. Man, where's the mobs at? Honestly, where? Okay, there's a spider. Okay, wow, this is actually going to take a lot longer than I thought it would. Holy crap. Okay, it actually only costs 2 levels to add a diamond into this, so I think I am going to do that because this is really going to take forever.
Now with our crazy new axe, it's time to chop down a bunch of trees and get enough emeralds for a mending book on all our tools.
Okay, now that we have enough emeralds to buy 3 mending books, 1 for each of the rest of our tools, I want to quickly just buy them. Okay, there we go. There's our 3 mending books, and I also wanted to enchant all of our tools, of course, before we put these books on, because I'm pretty sure it's more expensive if you do it that way. But I don't think I have enough levels to do all of my tools, so I'm just going to start off with the pickaxe first. So let's just enchant that. Oh, that's pretty good. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 3, fortune 2. That is actually really good. Hell yeah. That's perfect. And then it's either the shovel or the sword. I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm gonna go with the sword first actually because it is our main like kind of attack method, I guess. So yeah, let's just enchant that. Unbreaking 3, sharpness 4. That is perfectly fine with me. And we actually only need 1 more level to get level 30 once again. So we might as well just go kill a couple of mobs and get that level while we're out here at nighttime. Okay, now that we're back up to level 30, let's enchant our last thing, which is our diamond shovel. Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. That is very good. Hell to the yes. Now it's time to head back home and slap the mending book onto each of these. And our tool situation is pretty much sorted at that point. I was honestly expecting it to take a lot longer to do all of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did take a long time doing all of that stuff, but I am very glad that it is all done now. Oh, that means we also need to name all of our tools. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so for the whole lineup, we've firstly got Big Dog Brungus, General Stab, Chadwick Axeman, and Shovel Chungus. I really don't understand where these names come from. I just kind of thought up of them on the spot. So honestly, just don't even ask. All right, now the next thing I want to do is make our arrival dock for our front entrance over here. So yeah, I'm thinking this spot right here, we've got like a nice kind of corner section, and that pretty much leads right up to our entrance right here, and we'll make a pathway that links them up, of course. So yeah, I think I'm going to be starting it probably right here in this little section. So with all of my docks, I usually have pillars spaced apart by 3 blocks, and then I also have the dock 3 blocks wide. So I'm gonna place our pillars like so, and then I'm gonna put the spruce slabs on the same layer as the water like so that we can actually place blocks on top of the dock. I mean, it does look nice having the slabs on this layer, but it means you can't really place things or else they'll be like floating, and it just kind of looks weird. So for practicality, we're gonna be putting the slabs on this layer here. What the hell? Dude, get out of the way, brother. So I'm not sure how far I want this to go out, but let's just add in the pillars now. Okay, I think I actually don't want this pillar here, and I think I want this to be where the boats kind of park up. So now what I'm gonna do is destroy these. Actually, my bad, we need those on. And then we're gonna extend this out on the sides and then bring it out this way again. And this is kind of making like a U shape, and this is so that boats can like park up comfortably. And yeah, it's just like the boat docking area. I guess you can even fish off the ends of these if you really wanted to. I'm probably never going to, but the idea is there, you know? Okay, and so this looks cool, but it's a little bit bland. So now what we're gonna do to add in some details is put some trapdoors in between the pillars like so. And then on top of these, we're gonna be placing a fence in the middle and then some spruce fence gates on the sides, similar to kind of what we do on the sides of the houses up there. And then we can either put lanterns on top of the fences or on top of these. So we could do that and then put slabs on top of these. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. That looks pretty good. But in this section right here, I think I'm actually going to add in a little building because I want this dock to be just a bit more than just a dock. So it's gonna be kind of like a trading post, I guess. Now, I don't know if I want the building to be here or here. It's gonna look nicer from inside the village if we come out and see the building here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So instead of adding our trapdoors here, I'm going to instead extend the dock out this way. And I'm gonna put another set of pillars right here. So only spaced apart by 1 block instead of 3, because I don't want it to stick out too far. And then this here will be like kind of the base of the platform for the building. Okay, and there's the frame of the build. Now I'm going to go ahead and just add in all of the floor and everything. And yeah, I'll do that as a time lapse because it is a bit boring. Alright, and there we go. So there's the build created. And now after looking at it, I feel like this build is way too big for this dock. So I feel like we're gonna have to make the dock maybe 5 blocks wide or just a lot longer and a lot bigger. I think the dock would actually look pretty weird being 5 blocks wide. So yeah, let's just actually extend the dock out a little bit further and maybe have it branch off over this way as well for another little platform of sorts. And there we go. So that side's just a little bit longer now, and it looks a little bit more proportionate to the size of the house. And then let's maybe add in a little extra U section over here as well. Hopefully it actually fits in. Might actually have to just do it on one side because then we're going to block off part of the world. I mean, we could actually just terraform part of the land here. So let's just do that. Let's just get rid of a bunch of this dirt and make this a little bit more open here. Okay, and there we go. That's looking a little bit more open now, and it looks a bit more natural as well. And now what I'm going to do is just finish adding in all of the details, so all of our fence designs, lanterns, and our slabs on top of the pillars here. Alright, now with all of our extra details added in, it's time for some finishing touches. So, towards the end of the docks here, we're going to add in some barrels just to kind of look like some storage for like some fishing and stuff like that, and some boats as well. Maybe chuck another barrel over here and actually get rid of this crafting table. And then inside of our build here, we're actually going to maybe add in a couple of more barrels. I'm going to have to craft a couple more. And let's just kind of stack these up in the corner, and then let's add in a bunch of chests on the back, something like that, just kind of like a scattered design, I guess, and maybe another barrel or two over here as well. Let's add in a hanging lantern from the ceiling. Now on the sides here, I feel like I want to add in some fences that come down like this. It just kind of frames the countertop a little bit more, I guess. All right, now the finishing touch for our dock is to slap some boats into these open sections. And then I'm also going to chuck a couple in this chest just for, I mean, I don't really know why. I'm probably never going to use them. I'll always just use these. I probably won't even use these, to be honest. But yeah, it's the thought that counts, you know? We're adding a bit of story to our world. Now I'm going to run inside before I get sniped by some absolute demons out here. Oh my god, okay. Get away from me, buddy. Alright, and so that pretty much does it for this episode of the Hardcore series. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see future videos like this one, be sure to also subscribe with notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.